Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working on a page for International Women's Day, which was a little while ago now. I'm working on a double page spread, just adding a thin layer of gesso, or not so thin layer of gesso, got a bit excited with the gesso I think, to the page before I start. So I'm also adding some Dena collage tissue paper to the background as well, using gel medium. And just kind of arrange this intuitively, don't really overthink it, just go where it feels right, just to break up the whiteness of the empty page. And then I found this little piece with these lovely circles on, so I'm just adding a few bits of those as well. And some stars as well. And then I'm going for a rainbow theme, it won't surprise you. So I'm starting off with the permanent red violet light, to start off with the first stripe of colour, and then I think that was, let's have a look, I think it was fuchsia, this is a Dena one, and then ruby. I am cleaning my brush quite well in between, then cheddar, and then lemon, and lime, I was just using my finger there to just blend those two colours together a little bit more. And then turquoise, I think this one was ocean, and then blackberry. Love how these colours blend together. And then the permanent red violet again, light, that's light, permanent red violet light, and then finally finishing off with the fuchsia. Super pretty. I love how you can see the collage tissue paper in the background as well. So then I decided I wanted to find lots of images of different women. So I'm just going through my magazine and just selecting some and cutting them out. I was going to make like a, I suppose you call it a montage of different women along the bottom of the page. So really I'm just looking for different shapes and different sizes of image when I'm doing this, because I wanted there to be lots of variety in the images that I was using. So then once I'd selected all my images and decided where they were going to go, then I just moved them off the page so that I could add some stenciling onto the background. So I'm using a blending tool and one of Dena stencils with text on it. I think it's called You Can or Be Strong, one of those things, but I'm just using, looks like carnation paints. I didn't really want it to be white because that would be a little bit too stark of a contrast, so just the carnation works quite nicely. And then I'm going to start sticking the images in place. You notice that I'm overlapping them as well, that's just so that some are behind and some are in front. So I'm sticking that big one down first so that I can then overlap the other ones on top. Isn't it funny how it all fit in place the first time, but then as I've stuck them in, suddenly there isn't enough room. I don't quite know what I did differently, but it doesn't matter. It's working okay. So there are all my ladies in place. I'm just dabbing off the excess gel medium, doing some splatters with that leftover paint as well. Okay, and then once it's dry, I'm just using a white Posca pen and I'm just adding a border in. Turning the book round so that I don't smudge what I'm doing. I don't really know what my hand's doing there, sorry. I think I must be doing something on my phone. Then I'm just using, and this is just an ordinary black Pilot pen. It isn't waterproof. I'm just doing some little doodles onto the border that I've just drawn in. Just some sort of scribbly lines, really. And then I'm using a text stamp and some black archival ink and just doing some stamping onto the background. Then this is a Dena paint. I think it's medieval. It's a silvery tone. It's really pretty. And I'm just painting like a banner across the top of the page. And then once it's dry, I'm just drawing the outline of the banner using the Posca pen. You notice that I wasn't particularly worried about my lines being straight, they've overlapped. That's okay with me. And then I'm just writing my words on here. And then that thing where I ran out of space at the end. So no biggie, I just painted out the end of it, dried it carefully and just made the banner a little bit longer. While that was drying properly, I'm just adding some more lines to the letters just to make them a bit bolder so they stand out a little bit more. And then I dried that really carefully and then wrote some more words above the top of the banner and along the bottom as well. Oh, I've also added a little washi tape heart to each figure as well. So there we go, there's the finished page. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.